When you think of the name Onassis, visions of mid-century eye-watering wealth and global intrigue might spring to mind. Yet, it is in the sumptuous properties Jackie and Aristotle lived that perhaps are the most revealing about this enigmatic couple. Indeed, these properties are more than mere homes. They are grand stages where the secrets of high society play out against backdrops ranging from the crystal-clear Aegean Sea to the vibrant pulse of Manhattan's concrete jungle. Therefore, in today's episode, we invite you into the heart of the Onassis legacy. From Aristotle's secluded Greek island, a paradise hidden away from the prying eyes of the paparazzi, to Jackie Kennedy Onassis's chic Manhattan hideaway, we explore these architectural marvels that are enduring symbols of a lavish heritage, meticulously crafted and preserved through generations. Number 1. 47 Grosvenor Square, Mayfair, London. First on our list of the old money mansions in the Onassis family is nestled in London's swanky Mayfair district, at 47 Grosvenor Square to be precise. Indeed, this was no modest London flat. It was a first-floor masterpiece of 5,000 square feet, snatched up by Aristotle Onassis and his crew in the 1960s and held tightly until the end of the 1970s. And before the Onassises came along, the place was the pride of Sir John Anderson, Winston Churchill's wartime right-hand man and the Royal Opera House's bigwig. Next, Aristotle Onassis, by then a name synonymous with extravagance, turned this apartment into a glamorous London hotspot. His sister Artemis used it as her city retreat, where Jackie Kennedy Onassis rubbed elbows with the elite, alongside her sister Lee Radziwill and her daughter Caroline Kennedy, who was studying in London. Therefore, it was practically the backdrop for high society drama. As you can imagine, the apartment had everything you'd expect for a family whose fortune was the stuff of legend. 5 bedrooms, 3 opulent reception rooms, a library that made reading a luxury, and a kitchen where cooking was practically an art form. But the crowning jewel was the 63-foot balcony stretching out over Grosvenor Square. In the entire neo-Georgian block, it was the only one with such a commanding view. Clearly, the Onassises didn't do anything by halves, and inside, the design was meant to dazzle. Floor-to-ceiling windows let natural light flood the rooms, giving the whole place a glow that said luxury without uttering a word. There was a bar for the highball set, and a primary bedroom suite so sprawling it could double as a penthouse. The apartment was the gold standard of high society venues during the Onassis era, making it the go-to spot for London's glitterati. Then, as the 1980s rolled in, Edmund Safra, a banker with a taste for the opulent, acquired the property. He and his wife Lily continued the tradition of hosting grand events. The 1988 ball, for instance, boasted a guest list that would make any socialite's mouth water, echoing the glamorous gatherings of the Onassis days. Tragically, Edmund Safra's life ended in a blaze in 1999, but Lily kept the legend alive. Therefore, the Onassis apartment at Grosvenor Square was more than just a prime piece of real estate. It was a cultural icon of the 1960s and 70s, and today it remains a coveted prize, symbolizing the pinnacle of exclusive living. Number 2. 1040 Fifth Avenue, New York City. Next on our list of old money mansions of the Onassis family is one that was close to Jackie Kennedy's heart and stayed with her throughout the duration of the Onassis marriage. Here, Jackie found a sanctuary in a 15-room apartment on the 15th floor of 1040 Fifth Avenue, which she snapped up in 1964 for a cool $250,000 after President Kennedy's assassination forced her to leave Washington, D.C. And this choice of residence wasn't just a home, it was a vantage point with jaw-dropping views of Central Park and the reservoir that would soon be named after her. Designed by the acclaimed architect Rosario Candela in 1930, 1040 Fifth Avenue is a pinnacle of Upper East Side luxury. With just 27 apartments spread over 17 stories, the limestone-clad building exudes exclusivity. And though its facade might look plain, apart from a few sculpted faces at the 5th story, but it has weathered many repairs with grace. The distinctive roofline, a romantic mishmash of arcades, chimneys and portals, adds a touch of architectural charm, and the canopied entrance, with its cast-iron doors and lush sidewalk landscaping, amplifies the building's grandeur. Jackie's penthouse was a full-floor affair with sweeping views of Central Park and the reservoir. Her interiors, filled with art and furnishings from her White House days, were as inviting as they were understated. And according to her friend Nancy Tuckerman, the apartment was more about warmth than opulence, for Jackie preferred to maintain the decor, only replacing worn upholstery with identical fabrics. Furthermore, Candela's design genius was evident throughout. Each unit had a grand entrance gallery leading to a spacious living room, library and dining room, all boasting their own fireplaces. The large kitchen, pantry, maid's room and servants' hall were tucked away discreetly, and Jackie's abode had 4 or 5 bedrooms, each with a bath and most with walk-in closets. Her particular setup included maid's rooms, a library, 3 fireplaces and a balcony overlooking Central Park, striking a perfect balance between luxury and homeliness. The space was filled with books, skirted sofas and a plethora of table lamps, creating an inviting ambience. In 1968, Jackie's marriage to Greek shipping magnate Aristotle Onassis marked a significant shift. This new chapter, while still under intense public scrutiny, provided her with stability and the means to focus on her philanthropic work. Although she spent some time in Greece, 1040 Fifth Avenue remained her anchor in New York, a stable home base amidst the whirlwind of her life. After Aristotle's death in 1975, Jackie faced profound loss, but also embraced a new phase. With her children growing up, she turned to publishing, joining Viking Press and later moving to Doubleday as a senior editor. And her publishing career was both successful and fulfilling, merging her passion for literature with her professional pursuits. When Jackie passed away in 1994, her Fifth Avenue apartment was sold to David Koch for $9.5 million in 1995. It has since changed hands a few times, its value soaring with the years. But the building remains one of New York City's elite addresses, a nod to its architectural brilliance and the illustrious lives it has housed. Number 3. Skorpios Island, Greece. Next on our list, quite naturally, is Skorpios, a dreamy private island nestled in the Ionian Sea that has a history that reads like a billionaire's fantasy. In 1963, Aristotle Onassis snapped up the 205-acre patch of paradise for just 3.5 million drachmas, roughly $14,024. And what was then a barren outcrop soon became his personal playground, a lavish retreat for his family and a backdrop for his grand lifestyle. But Onassis wasn't about to settle for just any island. He imported over 200 varieties of trees and had sand shipped from Salamina to craft the idyllic East Beach. He then built a family compound complete with 3 residences, a helipad, a marina, and all the trimmings to accommodate his prized yacht, the Christina O, which we'll talk about in a second. One of the island's standout features was the Pink House, a villa reserved for his wife, Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. It became her personal retreat on the island after her marriage to Aristotle Onassis in 1968, and although the Pink House and its surrounding areas were known for their seclusion, this didn't always protect her from paparazzi. This was sadly evidenced by the infamous incident in 1971 when she was photographed nude on a Scorpios beach. Now, the island also hosted a quaint Greek Orthodox chapel where Onassis and Kennedy tied the knot in 1968, with a select 40 guests witnessing the private ceremony. Then, Scorpios soon became the go-to spot for high-profile gatherings. Hollywood royalty, political bigwigs, and cultural icons flocked to the island, drawn by its natural beauty and Onassis's legendary hospitality. Following Onassis's death in 1975, the island passed to his daughter Christina and then to his granddaughter Athena Onassis Roussel, the last remaining heir. But in 2013, Athena sold Skorpios to Russian billionaire Dmitry Rybolovlev for a staggering $153 million. And Rybolovlev, previously the owner of AS Monaco Football Club, had grand plans for the island. He invested as much as €200 million into transforming Skorpios into a luxury resort, designed by the acclaimed Norwegian firm Snuheta. The plans include a 60-bedroom resort, complete with a helipad, spa, super yacht marina, stables, a soccer field, and an amphitheatre. The resort will reportedly be available for VIP rentals, with weekly rates ranging from €950,000 to €1.8 million, accommodating up to 50 guests at a time. The island will also feature a fibre optic network, wastewater treatment facilities, desalination units, and electric car charging stations. Furthermore, many of the new structures will be built underground and camouflaged with greenery to preserve the island's lush, natural allure. Sometime this summer, Scorpios is said to be set for opening doors to a new generation of elite visitors, offering an exclusive retreat where privacy and luxury are guaranteed. However, the next spot on our list isn't exactly something you can just let the general public get their hands on. Number 4. The Christina O Yacht. The next place on our listed isn't exactly a swanky London apartment or a breathtaking private island, but it is a boat so luxurious that it is, arguably, more stunning than most mansions on land. And the Christina O, once a humble Canadian anti-submarine frigate, is now a legend among luxury yachts. Born in 1942 as HMCS Stormont, it bravely navigated the Battle of the Atlantic and even played a role in the Normandy landings of 1944. After the war, it caught the eye of Aristotle Onassis, who snagged it for a mere $34,000. Onassis saw potential beyond its military past and poured $4 million, today's equivalent of about $50 million, into turning it into the epitome of opulence. Now, architect Cesar Pinau took the helm of this transformation, creating an interior so lavish it redefined what a luxury yacht could be. And among its jaw-dropping features were a mosaic tiled swimming pool that could morph into a dance floor at the flick of a switch, a bar crafted from the timbers of a sunken Spanish galleon with orca whale teeth engravings, and 18 over-the-top staterooms. The yacht was then rechristened Christina O after Onassis' daughter, cementing its status as a symbol of the high life. Needless to say, the yacht quickly became the playground of Hollywood royalty, political heavyweights, and cultural icons. Marilyn Monroe, John Wayne, Elizabeth Taylor, Grace Kelly, Frank Sinatra, John F. Kennedy, and Winston Churchill all graced its decks, and its interiors and amenities set the gold standard for extravagance. Following Onassis' death in 1975, the yacht was handed to his daughter Christina and then donated to the Greek government. Sadly, it fell into a state of neglect until 1998, when another Greek shipping magnate, John Paul Papanikolaou, affectionately known as Big John, swooped in to save the day. With an additional $50 million, Papanikolaou launched a 3-year restoration mission to revive the yacht's former splendor. But restoring the Christina O was no small feat, and the project was likened to solving a Rubik's Cube, with Papanikolaou overseeing every detail. The task was to scale the yacht from 24 to 34 guests and upgrade from 10 to 17 suites, all while maintaining its iconic charm. But the narrow hull, originally designed for speed rather than luxury, posed a unique challenge. Despite these hurdles, the restoration team nailed it, meticulously recreating original elements like the versatile mosaic tiled pool, the lapis lazuli fireplace, and the pastel-themed guest cabins. Ari's bar, famous for its whale penis skin upholstery and engraved orca whale teeth, was also painstakingly restored to its former glory. Today, the Christina O is not just a relic of mid-20th century excess, but a star in its own right. It has made appearances in popular culture, featured in Netflix's The Crown and the 2022 film Triangle of Sadness, and its guest list remains exclusive, recently hosting a family reunion for media mogul Rupert Murdoch. The yacht's allure endures, captivating a new generation of the rich and famous with its unrivaled grandeur. Number 5. The Horse Farm in New Jersey. In 1974, 1 year before the death of her husband Aristotle Onassis, Jackie Kennedy Onassis made a charming addition to her portfolio, scooping up a converted barn on nearly 10 acres in Peapack-Gladstone, New Jersey, for a cool $200,000. And this picturesque yellow and white property was a nod to her penchant for understated elegance. You see, Jackie wasn't just after a house. She sought refuge in a land of rolling pastures, ample horse trails, and a level of privacy that made it the perfect hideaway. But before her Peapack-Gladstone acquisition, Jackie had been leasing a rather unremarkable farmhouse in Bernardsville since 1965. This so-called badly made-over barn, rented from Mr. and Mrs. Douglas Burden, wasn't exactly a masterpiece, but it was close enough to the area's renowned equestrian scene, and the local obsession with fox hunting and bridle paths made it a haven for Jackie and her love for horseback riding. Then, Jackie's fascination with Somerset Hills ignited in October 1965 when whispers of her presence began circulating. Seen having lunch at the Far Hills Inn with her Secret Service entourage, she quickly became the subject of local intrigue. In Bernardsville, Jackie quickly became a fixture in the local horse riding community, and Peapack-Gladstone, nestled in New Jersey's horse country, has long been synonymous with equestrian pursuits. Thus, Jackie's devotion to the area and its equestrian charm was evident in her decision to purchase the Peapack-Gladstone property. She cherished the annual Blessing of the Hounds, where members of the Essex Hunt Club gathered on Thanksgiving morning for a traditional fox hunt. And though the property was originally a barn, which Jackie transformed into a cozy and inviting home, the structure retained much of its rustic charm, with exposed wooden beams and a high vaulted ceiling that added to the spacious feel of the interior. And the exterior, painted in a warm yellow hue with crisp white trim, blended harmoniously with the surrounding landscape. Large windows were a prominent feature, allowing natural light to flood the interior and offering stunning views of the rolling hills and lush greenery that characterized the Peapack-Gladstone area. Even after her passing in 1994, Jackie's influence on the property lingered, though it was sold by her family in 1997 to neighbor and friend Marjorie MacDonald Walsh for $1.47 million. Sadly, it was later demolished to make way for a different building, but Jackie's legacy as the Queen of Peapack-Gladstone lives on. Number 6. Redgate Farm, Martha's Vineyard. And last on our list is a legendary property Jackie put her heart and soul in as she mourned the loss of Aristotle. You see, in 1979, Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis turned a lifelong dream into reality by snapping up 340 acres of untouched paradise on Martha's Vineyard's southwestern tip. And this patch of heaven, named Redgate Farm, came with a mile of pristine Atlantic beachfront, 2 freshwater ponds, meadows, and a slew of wetlands. A sheep farm in its previous life, the property was blessed with a modest hunting cabin at the time of purchase. Jackie, never one to settle for less, enlisted architect Hugh Newell Jacobson to craft a traditional Cape Cod-style main house and a 2-story guest house, which were completed in 1981. But the transformation didn't stop there. Jackie's friend Rachel Bunny Mellon, who had previously put her magic touch on the White House rose garden, was brought in to sprinkle some landscaping fairy dust on the estate. Therefore, Redgate Farm wasn't just about eye candy. It was an all-out nature lover's playground. The main house came with 5 ensuite bedrooms, 2 studios or offices, and views of the booming blue sea from every room but the dining room. On the property, there was also a 3-bedroom caretaker's house, a barn, 2 garages, one with a 2-bedroom apartment, a climate-controlled storage building, and a boathouse. Additionally, outdoor perks included a private mile-long stretch of Atlantic beach with dunes, 2 freshwater ponds, a vegetable garden, a blueberry patch, an outdoor pool, and a tennis court. The landscape boasted windswept shores, wild dunes, meadows, and wetlands, making it a natural wonderland where Jackie and her family could bask in the great outdoors. Indeed, Caroline Kennedy, Jackie's daughter, summed it up perfectly, calling Redgate Farm the perfect expression of my mother's romantic and adventurous spirit. The estate became a retreat for 3 generations of the Kennedy clan, offering a chance to revel in the stunning natural setting and bond as a family. Fast forward to 2000, and Caroline Kennedy decided to give the estate a modern twist while keeping its New England charm intact. She brought in architect Deborah Burke to renovate and expand the main house, ensuring it met the needs of today's family while staying true to its roots. Now, the estate evolved under Caroline's watch, focused on nurturing native plants, trees, animals, and birds. In 2019, Caroline decided it was time for a new chapter and put Redgate Farm on the market with a $65 million price tag. With its breathtaking beauty, diverse amenities, and rich history, the estate stands as one of New England's most coveted properties. And as it moves into its next phase, it remains a symbol of Jackie Kennedy Onassis's passion for nature and family, a legacy of elegance, grace, and environmental stewardship. And now, we'd love to see you in the comments. Which Old money A-list stars' homes would you like us to feature next on this channel? We only make videos based on your direct suggestions, so let us know below and we can't wait to hear from you. Thanks again for joining us and cheers. Until next time.